go. Hi folks, hope you're doing well. This is the second time I'm trying to do this video. I did one earlier and a silly Chrome went down. Don't know what happened. Yeah, I could get internet, but Chrome just failed completely. So obviously the software I'm doing this on is on Chrome. And I'll just tell you a second. The software is Screencastify. That's what I'm using to do this. Anyway, yeah. Oh, you can see on the photos here. Last week tonight with John Oliver. I'm going to play this bit in a second. Just talking about the virus a second. Yeah, I did a video the other day about silly Christians and how some people that are mighty men of God have gone astray. And this goes into one of them, talks a bit about the virus as well, which is quite a unique perspective. So I'll just play this. I'm going to turn the volume a bit.
If you're not a regular viewer of televangelist and humble private jet farmer Kenneth Copeland, you might not know that he took care of COVID-19 weeks ago.
COVID-19?
COVID-19!
I blow the wind of God.
The wind of God
On you.
on you.
You are destroyed forever,
You are destroyed forever.
and you will never be back.
And you'll never be back. Okay, setting aside his crew of the 4 weeniest hype men of all time, spitting all over the place is not going to cure anything, unless your plan is to give the coronavirus, in which case, best of luck to you. Although I do understand why Copeland is so determined to end this pandemic. If I only had a few weeks until my tragically obvious hair dye started to fade, I'd be anxious that my colourists be allowed to leave their home too, especially if I'd already claimed on my actual website that my unnaturally dark hair at the age of 82 was simply the result of standing in the mirror and saying, "Glory to God, hair grow dark brown, thick be in the name of Jesus, bald spots, no."
That was last week tonight with John Oliver. Yeah. Anyway, as brilliant as it always is, this week they're picking on Kenneth Copeland again, and rightly so. Rightly so. I mean, spitting at the coronavirus. And that was 2 weeks ago. And of course, he would have claimed at that point in time that by the power of God, he had gotten rid of the coronavirus. Do these people, on a serious basis, do these people actually help with the issue of people believing in God? I don't think they do. I really and truthfully don't think they do. Because if the virus has gone, as Kenneth Copeland claims, because he spat at it, he blew the wind, as he says. Yeah, it was spitting. Right, Lucy, shut up. Yeah, if he did that, I mean, you've got here new cases in America where Copeland is. 24,000 new cases today. Just today, in the past 2 weeks. They've had around about 200,000 new cases, at least. Probably more, actually, because if you remember, America's case load has really started to increase over the past 3 weeks, really. So, yeah. And, their tally of dead, would Copeland like to explain to them? I suppose when Copeland goes to hell, he'd like to explain to all those who are in hell because of this virus how he had dealt with the virus before they died. Yeah. Maybe good luck to him on that one, I think, yeah. Yeah, it's a ridiculous thing that he did. Crazy, ridiculous, stupid. Claiming such a thing and acting the way he did. as I said in the video previously about him and Godwin, I had served Kenneth Copeland as one of his, what would you call it? Well, where he came to speak. I was there as one of the people serving, and he was starting his prosperity ministry at that point in time, and I knew, there you go, that's not good. He's getting himself into trouble. I could see that then, and that was a good 12 years ago, at least 12 years ago that I saw him. It could have been more. It was about 80. Oh God, yes. Yeah. No, it was about 2000, so about 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago. He would have been 60 at the time. Yeah. Or 62, I guess, yeah. But yeah, I could see that he was getting involved in that dodgy ministry there. Because, of course, in a prosperity ministry, what they teach you is if you give, then God gives back to you that 10, 30, or 100 times, as the Bible says. But that isn't true, because that doesn't take into account you have to give according to the will of God. According to how the Spirit guides you, that's how you give. So if you give according to God's way of giving and into whatever He wants you to give the money to, then He will give back to you. But generally speaking, when He gives back to you, He's giving 10, 30, or 100 times for you to then use that money to go into the ministry. Now, in the video I did earlier, I did then exclaim that, oh, geez, that's not good. Well, because I explained that I always get frustrated with stuff like that about the fact, as I said the other day, anything good, God gets the glory. Anything bad, we're to blame. Anything good in our life, anything good that happens, anything that comes in, our money's God's. All the good things in our life belong to God. All the bad things, but that's our fault. That's us. We put that stuff there. Yeah. So the stuff in my life, the stuff in my mind, any good stuff is God's. Any bad stuff, I put it there. That belongs to me. That's me. It's like, Jesus. No, the good stuff is me as well. Come on. And it's like even the case of, and this is really where the other video went. I'm going to try and, I'm not going to try and take it in the same direction. I'm going to be mindful of where it got to and say that was a good place. It was an interesting point. So try and do that point and then see where the rest goes from here. But what I basically said in the other one is that there is a conditional situation that we give and we keep on giving from what God gives us. But with the understanding that God blesses us, with that understanding that we don't need to think about what we need because God is taking care of us, more than taking care of us. God is blessing us to a point that if we were trying to take care of ourselves, we couldn't take care of ourselves better than God is taking care of us. That should be the situation, but it isn't. That, unfortunately, is not a situation. And that, unfortunately, is the reality of most people's lives. That with most people, they are struggling on a day-to-day. They reach out for God to help them, and they just spend their life reaching out. That seems to be the reality. They just spend their life reaching out. So we're told about stepping out in faith. My experience of stepping out in faith is like the way it's told to us is if you step out in faith, you can you step off a mountain and God just catches you. No. Well, that might be the experience in times when things are going really, really well, and when we're going really, really well. But when we're trying to step out of faith from not really an understanding of, fantastic understanding of, God and stuff, it is very much a case that God allows us to step off. We fall down, we smash ourselves against some rocks, and then God catches us. Yeah, again, I come back to the video I said the other day. That would be all too well if God would then teach us from that. But God is a silent teacher. Has been for many, many years. And as I say, I think we've all failed. We failed God, and I think God has failed us as well. To be honest, I think that's the reality. I think we've all failed. I think, because when I become a Christian, the same as when everyone else became a Christian, we were supposed to be set free from our old lives. That's what should have happened. But it didn't happen. So who's to blame? The church is to blame. But this is God's church. This is his church. He's supposed to take care of his church as his church. He's supposed to be leading and guiding his church. He's supposed to be, his church is supposed to represent him. Well, it's done an awful job of it, and now we learned like a few weeks ago that God's going to give those people that have done a terrible job another year to get themselves sorted. And it's like, oh, okay. Yep. I mean, the way it seems to me, from what I've viewed as a young Christian, both in my life and in the lives of Christians that I've met, is that, the way, and this is quite mad actually, the way that I feel God has shown me how it's been, is that if nature, the weather and nature were all in line with how spirituality has been over the past 10, 15 years, the weather would be basically autumn. Apart from the fact, forget the lovely trees, forget all that from autumn. Just think about the bleak, the grey. Just the grey. That's what we'd have had. The grey skies, the rain, the misery. The fields would just be brown. The trees would just be brown. Just be beige, really. The worst of autumn. It's been like the worst of autumn for 10, 15 years. And that seems to be the reality of what we've had. And as I say, when it's been like that, you have to say, we certainly have failed. We, the people, God's people, have failed miserably. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. But you have to say in that as well, has God failed? It looks as if God has failed. So you can't be absolutely certain. Has God failed? We don't know. But does it look as if God has failed? Yeah. Yeah. There you go. That's the reality of the situation, isn't it, really? And that situation is where we are. yeah, we're in that. We have that situation. Yeah, we're in this position at the moment where we're surrounded by grey. We're surrounded by stuff that isn't exactly fantastic. We're getting up. We're trying to step out in faith. We're trying to be the people we're supposed to be. We're trying to step forwards and to hope and to be strong. But it's heavy. It's like that picture of footprints. If you look at that picture of footprints and you see. Sorry, I'm just changing this image. I think it's a bit boring seeing that image. I'll go back to there. There you go. Have the camping. Yeah. You look at the picture of the footprints as as I said in the one the other day. The footprints are supposed to be that when we see two sets of footprints in the sand, it's when we're being carried. But the reality, certainly over the last number of years, seems to be a case that we're not actually walking in sand anymore. We're walking in something akin to quicksand, something that's really difficult to walk through. We're struggling. It's getting really difficult to lift your leg out of this and then step down and lift your other leg out, and it's really heavy work. And it feels like we're carrying the Lord rather than the Lord carries us. Because of the fact that we're sinking. And all the time we're just managing to get through. Well, I said about the season being October. I was blessed as a child. Living in the UK, we had, certainly when I was a child, we had 4 seasons. All the time. It was basically, like set in stone. It was basically, you could look at this calendar and you knew what the weather was going to be. And it was going to be like that. You knew in the summer you were going to have good hot weather. And it was going to be, it wasn't that hot in the UK compared to other countries. Other countries had hotter weather, but they didn't really have the seasons. By the way, it's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning, so normally I give the time. I didn't give the time. 22nd at the 4th, 2020. I normally give the date as well. I didn't do that this time. But we had all that. And it was a blessing. It was a real blessing. We had all those seasons, and it was beautiful. And as a kid, I loved all the seasons. All of them were absolutely fantastic. Like we lived on a street. When I was with my auntie and uncle, and they were pretending to want me. But I would spend all the summer, every single day, every hour of every day out. The kids would all go and play in the street, or there was a little field behind the row of houses where we were, and we'd go there. We'd play cricket, we'd play football. In the street, we'd play cricket because the lampposts were about at the bottom, about 10 inches, just about the right width to work as bells for cricket, or stumps, shall I say. So, we did that, and we did it. We were out every night, every day. And there was a group of us. There was Steve Scarrett, Andy Moss, there was the Jones kids, and a few others, and myself, and there was a good bunch of us there. And we used to go and play football, and there was one kid who had the cricket gear, and when we went to play on the field, it was always the case where if it didn't go their way, or if they didn't get to pick their favourite people to be on their team, well, they're my stumps, they're my cricket gear. I get my way, I'm going home. It was often the case. You just knew you just had to give them their way. Simple as that, really. But it then meant if you were one of the weaker players in football or cricket, you just had to be better. You just had to improve because you'd always be on the weaker team. But yeah, that was fine. I didn't care. So I'm a bit tired. I would normally, when I was using the computer, be doing videos at 2 a.m. Struggling today. I've already kicked 3 times today. I'm just struggling really hard today. Don't know what's going on. So I've kicked twice today, not 3 times, twice. So yeah, it's been one of those days. Yeah, as I say, seasons wise, we can hope that if the church gets right, if God can help the church get right, then all of what's gone in the past will just be forgotten. But yeah, at the moment it's been dark. It's been dark for a while. So yeah. Well, there you go. That will do for now. You take care, God bless, and I will speak to you soon. There was a lot more that I was saying earlier that I missed. I didn't say it in this one, and such is life. I didn't realise in the other one that the video had gone off. So it's like, oh, great, not good. Such is life. Yeah, tomorrow I will be putting photos on the laptop. At the moment, I'm using the laptop, unfortunately, and yeah, until I can get the computer back, there's not an awful lot I can do about that, really. So I have to use this. Right, so you take care. God bless, and I will speak to you soon. Hopefully, my computer, it went in today, so hopefully it'll be out tomorrow. Hopefully, time will tell. But yeah, so I've got other things I need to do in the next few days. Little videos, so. But yeah, as I was saying, I've got everything from the computer on an external hard drive, so I can probably put some photos and other stuff on the laptop tomorrow, which I may very well do, which would be quite a useful thing, especially for the case of doing the videos. So, but unfortunately, you still get all of the stuff like this here. You still get all this. I can't really take this out. Yeah, so yeah. I don't know why on the other one you never saw any of that on it, but you just saw the photos, so it was weird. Yeah, no idea. But there you go. I can't use that at the moment because of the fact that that monitor is actually sitting right behind the laptop monitor. So at the moment it's turned off because it can't do anything. So yeah. Right, you take care. God bless, and I will speak to you soon. I'll put this on probably tomorrow. All right, take care. Bye bye. God bless.